We're mobile. Take Fox Sports 1350 with you using iHeartRadio.
From the Cold Star Ice Studios, it's Fox Sports IE 1350 AM KUBE Riverside.
Yo, what up? This is Sendog from Cypress Hill. You're listening to me on IE Sportsnet all day long, all day strong, you heard?
Yes, we are live in the great city of Riverside at the iHeartRadio studios. It's IE Sportsnet connected by Boost Mobile by. I know.
You forgot who you are?
I was about to say, I was like, I'm about to get into my different kind of mode or something. You know, it's a little misty morning. But I am your host, Eternal.
And I am the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know the conversation starts and stops right here. I think what it is because we you know, when we're on payroll for the Clippers.
Yes.
You are not Eternal. You are Eddie Talbert Jr.
I am government. government. Man,
But today we are in the Fox Sports studios.
Right. So we are in our skin.
And even with that, I think we learned, speaking of that, I appreciate the Agua Caliente Clippers finally put our video up. When we were out there, a side note, we realized we are the small fox.
Yes. We had an encounter with a member of the
Fox Sports TV.
Fox Sports TV, and she was not that enthusiastic about
Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we learned that the hard way.
Let's just say that.
Yeah.
So we had to kind of tuck our tail.
Yes. But we are Fox Sports 1350. You know, we are not Fox Sports TV, but, you know, it's all good.
Indeed. Wow, what a big day in basketball for the locals. We have, right now the CIF State.
How is Downey doing?
I don't know if they're in the Inland Empire at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
they played out here. They played out here.
Thank you, Colin. Thank you.
They played out here many times.
Well, I mean,
we don't run from nobody.
Man, let me tell you something, man. You can turn it. Thank you, Holla.
You know, the first time I was ever in Inland Empire was when Downey played Centennial back in '92.
Our audience is familiar with that story. About the dust.
Yeah, I'm just saying. You know,
this guy out here, man.
Everybody knows about the fence on the you'd have jumped over Ramona if you'd have scored a touchdown. So everyone knows Nichols Park now. You know.
But yeah, so big day right now in going down in boys basketball today. A lot of stuff happening.
Who's playing?
The big games are.
Is it on iesportsnet.com?
Yes, I was just about to say. If you want,
so I need to do my job, is what you're telling me. If you can see E's face, he's like, "Boy, if you don't let me get my sentence."
Both, actually. But no, so again, like I said, it's going down. CIF State. A lot of stuff happening. Some games are taking place today at the Azusa Pacific Gym. Real nice gym, that facility they have there. However, there are some games that are not taking place there, which are Hillcrest. The Hillcrest Trojans are taking on St. Bonaventure.
Friends of the show.
Really, I mean, when I tell you a team you might want to, thank you, Holla, a team you might want to look out for is Hillcrest Trojans. Now, a lot of people aren't giving these boys no work. But, I mean, the last couple of teams they've played, I want to say they've kept them south of 40 points. I mean, really a great defensive team and get the job done. So, as you mentioned, friends of the show, another big game, some other big games that are taking place.
Team that used to slap you guys around.
They've never slapped us around. Hillcrest?
No, Riverside Poly.
I'm not talking about them right now.
Oh, okay. You said another big game. I'm sorry about that, man. My bad.
I was talking about the games that are not taking place at Azusa Pacific.
What's that? That's not on our side. I'll let you do your thing, but I did not see that on our side.
No. Well,
this dude, she holler, man.
No, what I'm saying is I'm familiar with the schedule. So what I am saying.
So basically, you saying I can just go sit down?
No. I want you to be right there. You're good. You're good. You know.
See how you do with me, G.
But another big game that's taking place is Carnegie. Friends of the show. Yes, sir. The Carnegie Wolverines. I mean, for the first time in a long time, I former alum of that school when it was Riverside Christian was, formerly Riverside Christian, but now it's Carnegie Schools Wolverines. Big game today, taking place today at 12 o'clock. They're playing Rolling Hills Prep. They are the Huskies, and so that's going to be a big game. But the game that a lot of folks are talking about, folks are marking their calendars for. Two big games. Notre Dame High School of Riverside is going to be playing today over at, that's unfortunately, I don't see that on our, matter of fact, it's probably in the Seymour games. But,
you said Notre Dame?
Notre Dame of Riverside is playing today.
Because they play Bishop Amat yesterday and won. So they're playing again today?
Oh, they played yesterday?
Yes. So wait a minute, you said you're familiar with the schedule. If you go to iesportsnet.com, it shows you right here.
Bro, okay. Hey, you know what? When I'm slighted, I take my medicine. He got me. Yeah, but again, I'm sorry about that. So listen. So if you want to mention that real quick, please.
We got to see if was that a state game?
That was a state game.
Was that the final?
Yeah. That was at Azusa Pacific.
So Notre Dame Trojans against Bishop Amat, they won 56-41.
Yeah. So they're now going to be continuing on in the state playoffs as well. So.
Right. And you know, another thing we got to get our hands on because soccer's going on, right? I know they were at Corona yesterday.
They were at Corona. Big up to our guy, Carlos, man.
Yes. They said it was not raining. Our guy, who's our guy from the newspaper? He came out and covered our game. Pete Marshall.
Yes.
He was there and said it was not raining.
Really?
So I don't know if it rained later.
Right.
But like you said, big shout outs to Carlos.
Yeah, Carlos. Again, Pete Marshall as well, doing a great job for us. And again, like I said, two big games that are taking place today. Folks are really excited about Riverside Poly. I mean, really just
the team that used to just slap y'all around.
First thing, never slap.
The Miller siblings, I think they got y'all. I'm pretty sure.
Maybe,
I'm just saying.
Maybe when Riverside, but maybe not, because that's when Ramona was Hogs. We wasn't no joke back then.
You think y'all got Riverside Reggie?
I do believe that.
An NBA Hall of Famer.
He wasn't all that he wasn't all crazy like that in high school. G.
Okay. You know what's funny? We talked about Glendora girls basketball. You know who went there and I totally forgot about was Tracy Murray.
Yes, he did. Oh man,
he went to Glendora.
I remember when Tracy Murray, because he's not that much older than us. He's right there. So I remember seeing. That's when everything was in the magazine. I remember seeing his numbers right.
If anybody went to UCLA, you thought he was going to be the guy.
Yeah,
more so than Reggie.
Yeah, I would say so. But big up to Riverside Poly, doing a really, really fantastic job, led by a fantastic sharpshooter and a sophomore that's doing some great things. At any rate, they're going to be taking on San Marcos, the Royals. Again, that's going down at Azusa Pacific. Another big game. A lot of folks thought this team was going to fall off, but they right there in the midst. Chino Hills, the Huskies, doing really, really well.
Isn't that crazy?
Season. It's crazy.
That shows they were a good team because, like you said, when LaMelo left, they thought that canceled Christmas.
They thought canceled Christmas, man. Santa Claus wasn't coming. So,
right.
But no, he's right there. He's still going to be attending the house. Chino Hills taking on Pasadena, and again, that's all going down tonight. So mark your calendar.
So he would have been a junior this year, correct?
He would have been a junior, yeah.
That's crazy. And then I'm on iesportsnet.com. We got a little bit more. You got another game. Temesco Canyon Titans against Elsinore. So two teams from the house.
Two teams from the crib is going. Now, do you have a location on that game?
I do not.
If you click on it, you might.
I do not. Let's see. I just clicked on it. So I'm on iesportsnet.com. It gives you all the information. It gives me the date, but I don't think it gives us a location.
Okay. We'll have to probably go on Max Prep or something like that, but it's all good. At any rate, like I said, you can get up-to-date scores. Again, that's the great thing about going to iSportsNet because it's one source. It's right there in front of you. It's not like a lot of other websites where you got to kind of like shift around.
And in games that are in-game real-time scores.
In progress.
Real-time scores.
Real-time scores. So games that are going on in progress, you can go hop on iesportsnet.com. And again, a lot of people think it's iesports.net. No, it's iesportsnet.com.
Exactly. You
hop on there, and again, real-time scores for these great games that are going on. As you mentioned, the Glendora girls are doing some really great things.
Yes, sir.
We're excited about their season, and we'll have to look again because I know there were some other girls that were really being competitive. I think Etowanda.
They're always there. Speaking of the boys, they lost. I think they lost to Modern Day or something.
Yeah, they did lose to Modern Day.
Because they play in the open division.
Oh yeah, they play where everything is real. It's bread and meat out there. So, but big up to them. Had a fantastic season this year. So yeah, it's going down. Another thing we have to make sure that we highlight is what we're going to be fully involved in soon is the 215 basketball classic. It's coming right back at you. So we're gonna
the Riverside Sheriff's Association.
I knew he was gonna say that.
Yes, put respect. I just talked to Mr. Masson this week.
Did you?
You know, he's still, even though he's retired, he's still got a lot of context. So put respect on it.
Yes, he does. He's deep in the game.
He's out there chilling, man. Cause I don't know if are you on his Facebook?
Yeah, I saw him.
He's at this. Yeah, I told him when he called me. I said, Masson, man, when you go to this, you gotta call me.
Call
man.
me or something.
Send
me a postcard. Let me know you out there. He got the little half. He got the nice.
Get you some cognac
with the.
Get you a cigar. Get your fedora. Oh man, that's what I'm talking. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So we got, we still got a little work to do to get on that level. But a big shout out to the RSA doing the thing. So as you were saying, Coach B, one of our exclusive events that we have going on, we're really excited about, is taking place in March. which is the Riverside Hall of Fame, honors. You want to talk a little bit about that?
No, you got it right. Riverside Sports Hall of Fame honors. You got it right. So
Inland Valley
Sports Hall of Fame honors. We have we pretty much, we're not ready to announce it.
Yes.
But we have the list of kids finalized. We don't want to announce it yet because we have one more kid that's pending. Actually, two. Our kid in Big Bear and then one of our kids at Awanda. We have 2 kids that are pending. And this is the one thing that I like because, when we were, and just so everyone knows, we'll have Coach Anthony from Cali Elite calling in at about the 15-minute mark. But the one thing that I like is because Elisa, who was she was the president of the Booster Club. She was so helpful with us the 2 years that we had Etowanda football games on air. And we're still pending bringing them back next year. But she was so helpful. But I remember on senior night, her son had like a ridiculous GPA.
Right.
And that's one of the things that's what honors is for.
Yes, it is.
The honors is not necessarily for the player of the year, the 5-star. It's for the 5-star student in the classroom.
Right, because a lot of times students.
So I would have never been eligible.
No. It would have been like, they wouldn't even let me in the door. Like,
right.
Like, yeah, your GPA is south.
That's like I said. So Brian II, when he got on honor roll, I was like, he redeemed the name. I was like, boy.
Right. Well, what I'm looking for is my nephew is starting to redeem the name athletically. So I'm excited about that because the talent, the talent, boy, it's been
skipped a generation.
Well, my brothers got it.
Skipped your generation.
Yeah. Skip right over me. I'm, like I said, I'm, don't get it twisted. I'm Parker Rec, MVP. But anyway, but yeah, so as you mentioned, we're excited about that. That's been something that you and I have both been passionate about is making sure that we recognize some of these student athletes that are really doing well on both ends of the spectrum, able to participate in sports and then still excel in the classroom. So that's definitely something we're excited about.
So we got some people we're going to meet with on Monday.
Yes.
I won't be able to do it, but we'll lock that down because it's the one thing about I tell you about Eternal, and we both have a promoting club background, and you can see he's still in there. When people come, they need food. They need to eat.
It's showtime, brother. Well, like I said, the lights are on. You know what I mean? And one thing it's funny because you said that. My guy. Big up to my man Rodney Medina, and I used to be on the same tip. It's like, hey, let's just get it done. And
right.
He would be looking at me like, what are you doing? He's like, we're doing television here. It's a production. He's like, it's a production, right? There's lights and cameras and stuff like that. Like, what are you doing? So that's the same thing. Like, my logic is now. It's like, hey, it's a production, so it has to go. You know what I mean? So.
And G Holla doesn't have crickets, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
No. What you mean? I mean, that's lights, camera, action.
Yeah. Can we get crickets, G Holla?
Oh God.
There we go. There we go.
When you gotta ask for crickets, that's bad. You ain't supposed to ask for crickets.
Right. True that. So like we said, Coach Anthony will be coming in because today
is going down. Today is the IE got buckets. I almost lost my train of thought for a second. Big up to Cali Elite. 70 teams locked in.
Really?
So
he got it.
Well, he sold out. He did sell out. I saw the recent, and again, big, Cali Elite, man. We've been working with these cats for roughly about 4 years. Our oldest account, well, one of our, let me stop.
No, our oldest
account is Dick Dollar.
Yes.
So I apologize. No doubt. Respected, we don't even know if everything is good, right?
Yeah, you know what? I've talked to people. We both have mutual friends.
Okay.
Like I talked to Coach VP. Coach VP said he's doing better. So I do want to. One of these days I got to go drop by, and just say, because people always think you got your hand out. So
guarantees.
So.
Yeah. So but anyway, big shout out to Cali Elite doing a great thing today. The IE Got Buckets showcase. AAU basketball, boys and girls.
Absolutely. So we know Coach Anthony will be calling in just a moment. So let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break. You are listening to IE Sports Net, connected by Boost Mobile with Coach B.
Andy Turner. When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here, live on Fox Sports 1350.
You're listening to IESportsNet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states. Attention Xarelto and Pradaxa users. If you or a loved one has taken the blood-thinning drugs Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered an injury or even died, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to internal bleeding, strokes, and pulmonary embolisms. If you or a loved one has taken these blood-thinning drugs and have been hospitalized for internal bleeding, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Don't be a silent victim. Time is limited to file your claim. Call now for free information and a free consultation. Lines are open 24/7. Call 800-282-8605. That's 800-282-8605. 800-282-8605. You could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now.
All right, guys, we're ready for our four-season sunroom, and Daddy's gonna get a rec room with refreshments.
Oh no, we'll be sleeping under the stars.
Mom, what about the one with, the fun?
Nice try, little bro. It's a gym. My gym.
Hey, Grandma's getting her Four Seasons garden room. Weather tight and still like being outdoors. Maybe a living room. Oh no, wait, a family hub.
Yeah!
No matter what the budget, the season, or the climate, Four Seasons Sunrooms let you and your family enjoy the outdoors inside. Call now to hear more about these great offers from the premier manufacturer of sunrooms since 1975.
More reasons for Four Seasons now.
To find out more, call toll-free 800-973-5533. That's 800-973-5533. Call 800-973-5533 today.
Score Sports has been a loyal partner in the sports industry for over 40 years. Founded in 1975, Score Sports has always been a family-owned and operated business located in the heart of Southern California. They offer a full line of youth and adult soccer uniforms, accessories, and field equipment, youth and adult basketball uniforms and accessories and equipment. Score Sports can outfit your coaches and league referees as well, and much more. Their dedication and attention to detail has transformed Score Sports into one of the leading sport uniform manufacturers in the United States. Visit their spacious warehouse at 726 East Anaheim Street in Wilmington, or call them today at 800-626-7774. That's 800-626-7774. Or visit them on the web at scoresports.com. That's scoresports.com, at facebook.com/scoresports, or on Twitter and Instagram with the handle ScoreSports. That's ScoreSports.
Yo, what up? This is Sendog from Cypress Hill. You're listening to me on IE Sportsnet all day long, all day strong, you heard?
Yes, we are live in the great city of Riverside at the iHeartRadio studios. It's IE Sportsnet connected by Boost Mobile on Fox Sports 1350. I am your host, Eternal.
And I am the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know the conversation starts and stops right here. You ready, Eternal?
Yeah, I'm over here trying. Hey, look, man, I'm over here trying to get I got so much going on right now, but we do have a caller live on the Boost Mobile Celebrity Hotline. Caller, please introduce yourself to the Fox Sports Radio audience.
Man, I'd love to say I'm the Black Panther, but just call me Coach Anthony, Cali Elite Basketball.
Are you in Wakanda now?
Beautiful city.
Hey, man,
I am in Wakanda right now.
I was about to say, welcome to Wakanda. No doubt.
King is not dead.
I told you don't freeze. Yo, man, check it out. So, Coach Anthony, man, I mean, we got to ask you, it's funny because what they say, it was I think Karras once said it, man, how do you stay in the game so long and keep the game rolling? I mean,
getting bigger every year.
I mean, here we go. We're rounding the horses right here. Got the IU got buckets. Last time I checked, I'm promoting 65 teams. I give you the video, all of a sudden it's up to 70 teams. What's going on out there, man?
Oh man, we're blessed, man. I'll just tell you, we got a good product out here that people love to participate in. I think several years ago, man, I told y'all the goal was to bring quality events to the Inland Empire and really allow our kids an environment where they could play competitive basketball and advance their opportunities there without having to go all the way down to Orange County and L.A., man. It's, local business, man. Keep your money here in the community and help the kids out at the same time. It's all good.
And one of the things I can say is when we do the interviews, and this has to be encouraging to you and your staff, is that when we talk to folks that are outside of the area, and we ask them, why do you think it's important to come to your tournaments? First thing they say is the competition. They always talk about the level of competition here in the Inland Empire, and also more so is the level of competition that you bring to your events. Talk to our audience about the importance and how you're able to do that consistently.
Man, I think, basketball in the Inland Empire is getting stronger and stronger every year. At the youth level, at the high school level, I mean, you see Notre Dame High School last night won CIF. You got, Hillcrest and Chino Hills representing in the Inland Empire as well. And so there's a lot of quality things, man, and we wouldn't be able to get there if we didn't have a travel system or a funnel system to be able to put those kids in place. I mean, there's great basketball all over the place right now in the Inland Empire. And it really happens because of grassroots efforts from the travel ball teams. And I'll say, representing the Moreno Valley, Riverside Parish area, a lot of our kids, man, played deep into the playoffs this year when they were at their high schools. A lot of our sophomore and freshman class played on varsity teams this year, which is really good. And so really that's really what it comes down to. We put the time and effort into the kids when they're young, focusing on skill set and development. Everybody's so focused on winning a $30 trophy here or there. We teach our kids to focus on getting better and that it's a marathon and not a sprint. None of this stuff, because when you get to the high school level, they don't play for trophies. They don't even worry about it. They're playing for scholarships at that point.
Absolutely.
So I don't really care about a $30 trophy. It's more about getting our kids ready and getting them ripe. And so by doing that, we've been able to draw in some of that Orange County and L.A. talent that always thinks that they're on the top of the heap and be able to. We've gone out there and challenged them and beat them and so now they want to come back to get some get back.
Absolutely. And the funny thing is, I saw your Ancestry.com. So are you welcome in Wakanda?
I am welcome in Wakanda because I got the tattoo. I got the tattoo underneath my lip, but it's on my daddy's side, not my mama's side.
I got you.
Yep.
But one thing, I'm on CaliEliteBasketball.com right now, and one thing that I love about it, I'm reading about the IE Got Bucket Showcase, and you said final schedule was updated as of 8:45. This morning, yesterday, you guys are completely sold out. You try to meet everyone's request. But, when you said, and this is the one thing that Eternal and I talk about, because you're grinding, and we've seen you work. You're grinding. You ever sit back and look and say, man, this is what we've built? You have to take time to appreciate your accomplishments. Do you ever get a chance to do that, Coach?
Man, I think it's I do. But just for a second, man, not to sit too long, man. I think, years ago, man, I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. I know my boy.
Sorry to hear that.
See, there was a video. There was a video, man. And after the Dallas Cowboys won a Super Bowl years ago, and Emmitt Smith was bench pressing, and he paused at the top just for a second, and then he kept going, and that was his pause. And so for me, it's really a pause to reflect. But a mission, man, to know that we got so much more that we can do, and it really is, like I tell people, it's not about money, it's not about anything else, man, but putting these kids in a position to get and use basketball as a vehicle to further their education. We try to bring a balance of education and basketball and religion to what we do, and not even like a religious connotation, but it really is about teaching the kids to have a well-balanced environment. The reality is, half of these kids won't make it to play basketball on the college level, but they will go out to be productive members of society. And I read a post last night, man, on a former parent's page. Her son is at university, man, at Bethune-Cookman right now. And she posted on there, the cost of travel sports is expensive, but what you're paying for, it was kind of one of those, $5, $6, priceless commercials. And it was real. That was the moment where I stepped back and reflected, man, because as I look up, in the 5.5 years that we've been here, we put 7 kids into college, and we have more going out this year, but I have a whole lot more kids that are in college and or working in trades and are productive members of society. And that's one of the most rewarding things, man. I met a kid that I coached 4.5 years ago, man. The kid graduated from college. He's got his degree. He didn't go to play basketball at the next one. He just wasn't that talented, but he's got his degree because we instilled the importance of it. And I just offered the kid a job a week ago working for my company that I work for. So at the end of the day, it's about each one teach one. It's being able to use the resources that you have. Yep. I tell people all day long, man. My father taught me years ago, when you're taught, teach. When you can do something like that and pass on the gift of knowledge to people, it's way more valuable than money.
And I'm looking at your website. Like, again, I'm on CaliEliteBasketball.com. So we have IE Got Buckets in March. You have the Cinco de Mayo event in May. You have King of the Court in June. You have Summer Sizzle in July. And I know we do you do the Veterans Day. You do the as well as the what is it, Toys for Tots. You guys are rolling. So if anybody wants to get in your tournaments, or if they don't have a team, if they want to roll with Cali Elite, give them all the information on how they can get down with you.
So, of course, they can always go to the website at CaliEliteBasketball.com. They can, connect with us on social media at Cali Elite Basketball on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. So it's there. I mean, all the information is there. I mean, the reality is, if you're looking for a home for a player that needs development and you're willing to trust in the process and allow us to help you to get there, you want a competitive environment for your team to play. I mean, this weekend we got, 85 teams is what the final number ended up being. And we have teams from Las Vegas, from San Diego, Arizona, LA, Inland Empire, and it only gets bigger. Our Cinco de Mayo event, which is our next one up, last year was over 181
That was
teams.
the big one. That was the big one.
Yeah, it was a big one. 4 different venues, and we had teams from all the way across. Man, I got a team already registered. Teams already registered for that tournament from Colorado, from New Mexico, and from Arizona. So that one's going to be a really big event. That's our signature event every year, that and our MLK event in January.
Okay, and then, so, Coach Anthony, real quick, for the folks that may have just tuned in right now, let the public know what is taking place. What is Cali Elite hosting today?
So we've got our IE Got Buckets, 6th annual IE Got Buckets showcase here, where we have kids from all the way from 8 years old all the way up to varsity basketball players out here competing, not just for a chance to win a trophy, but really an opportunity to get seen. On the high school level, we'll have college coaches in the gym to check these guys out. So really it's a great opportunity. We're out here at Temescal Canyon High School and Cal Lutheran High School out here in the Lake Elsinore area. It's nice. It's sunny, man. If you're not doing nothing, come on down, check us out, support the youth, and have a good time at the same time.
Absolutely. You can give Coach Anthony a call at 909-717-7031, elitesports_basketball at aim.com.
And like I said, Coach Anthony, we'll be out there today, man. Keep up the good work, and we'll see you in a little bit.
He out there working.
IE Got Bucket Showcase, baby.
He's out there working,
He's out there
man.
working right now, man. It's all good. Hey, man, we'll see you in a little bit, man.
All
right, now that's good stuff right there. Like I said, it's funny because IE Sportsnet is 6 years old, so we really started and grew with this guy. We was at the chicken spot.
Guarantee. All started at the chicken spot. Yeah, I remember you and I both were conflicted. Like, what do we do here?
Yeah, because you're a vegetarian and I don't eat chicken
Ain't that
on the
crazy?
bone.
Right?
Yeah. It's funny. It's
Man
funny.
at a chicken spot, don't
Yeah.
you? Oh, Lord.
I was like, what size do you have?
That's funny. All right, man. So big ups again. That's going down today. So if folks want to see a quality day of basketball, is going down at Temescal Canyon High School. IE Got Buckets, hosted by Cali Elite Basketball.
There you go. So let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break, and then I'm excited. I think, is this the first time we're going to have an MMA in studio with us? I believe
so. In the studio. Generally, I think the other one.
We had the one young lady call in.
Well, we've had somebody come. I think we've had another young lady that was here as well. So
okay.
So yeah. So but in terms of male, I do believe so. Yeah.
And then our guy from Glory called it. I can't. John. But he was a kickboxer.
Kickboxer. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Representing. So big shout out to Glory. But yeah, I'm excited. We have a guy who's local. I got a chance to see him get down, so we'll talk about that. So make sure you guys stay tuned to Fox Sports Radio.
So let's do this. You're listening to IE Sportsnet, connected by Boost Mobile with Coach B.
Andy Turner. When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here, live on Fox Sports, 1350 AM.
You're listening to IESportsNet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states. Attention Xarelto and Protexxa users. If you or a loved one has taken the blood-thinning drugs Xarelto or Protexxa and suffered an injury or even died, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now. Xarelto and Protexxa have been linked to internal bleeding, strokes, and pulmonary embolisms. If you or a loved one has taken these blood-thinning drugs and have been hospitalized for internal bleeding, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Don't be a silent victim. Time is limited to file your claim. Call now for free information and a free consultation. Lines are open 24/7. Call 800-282-8605. That's 800-282-8605. 800-282-8605. You could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now.
All right, guys, we're ready for our four-season sunroom, and Daddy's gonna get a rec room with refreshments.
Oh no, we'll be sleeping under the stars.
Mom, what about the one with, the fun?
Nice try, little bro. It's a gym. My gym.
Hey, Grandma's getting her Four Seasons garden room. Weather tight and still like being outdoors. Maybe a living room. Oh no, wait, a family hub.
Yeah! No matter what the budget, the season, or the climate, Four Seasons sunrooms let you and your family enjoy the outdoors inside. Call now to hear more about these great offers from the premier manufacturer of sunrooms since 1975.
More reasons for Four Seasons now.
To find out more, call toll-free 800-973-5533. That's 800-973-5533. Call 800-973-5533 today.
Score Sports has been a loyal partner in the sports industry for over 40 years. Founded in 1975, Score Sports has always been a family-owned and operated business located in the heart of Southern California. They offer a full line of youth and adult soccer uniforms, accessories, and field equipment, youth and adult basketball uniforms and accessories and equipment. Score Sports can outfit your coaches and league referees as well, and much more. Their dedication and attention to detail has transformed Score Sports into one of the leading sport uniform manufacturers in the United States. Visit their spacious warehouse at 726 East Anaheim Street in Wilmington, or call them today at 800-626-7774. That's 800-626-7774. Or visit them on the web at scoresports.com. That's scoresports.com, at facebook.com/scoresports, or on Twitter and Instagram with the handle Score Sports. That's SCORESPORTS.
Yo, what up? This is Sendog from Cypress Hill. You're listening to me on IE Sportsnet all day long, all day strong, you heard?
Yes, we are live in the great city of Riverside at the iHeartRadio studios. It's IE Sportsnet, connected by Boost Mobile on Fox Sports 1350. I am your host, Eternal.
And I am the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here.
Check it out. So, back in the day, man, as I tell you, I was a multiple sport athlete, not good at any of them.
Right.
But I was Park Rec MVP.
I was a multiple sports bench warmer.
Yeah, so, but like Park and Rec, and we're at Nichols Park, please, I was the MVP. Pickup games, stop it. First one at 11, I was on that.
Right.
But also what I used to do when I got kicked off the basketball team and I realized that the hoop game wasn't going to work, my man was like, why don't you try out for wrestling? And I never forget that, man. The boys, I was like, oh, man, I ain't going to go in there and do no wrestling, man. Let me tell you something. That was the most, in terms of, like, the training that it took to go in there. And I played everything, football, you name it, track, all that stuff. Wrestling was real deal.
Well, let me see your ears if you were really a wrestler.
No, I kept them headgear on.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. Headgear was on.
That tells me if you're a real wrestler.
No, cauliflower ear. Let me tell you something. I got a radio face already. So I wasn't going. I saw them boys with them ears, and them boys I said, no. I said, how do I prevent from getting that? They said headgear. So I wore the headgear every day.
Okay.
Every day. I did not play around. So I wasn't getting that. But anyway, the new stuff is going on right now. What guys are doing, because back in the day, there was, you wrestled and that was it. You didn't go to the Olympics, that was a done deal. But nowadays,
because we remember when UFC first started, it was totally different. There were no weight limits, no class. It was like almost a bar fight.
Yeah, it was like out there in the alley.
Now it's legit, it's sanctioned, It is a legitimate sport, and it's taking boxing.
Guaranteed. Yeah, and let me tell you something. Like, and we were and we have a gentleman in studio, and this is based on the King of the Cage that we went to over at Citizen Business Bank Arena recently. And I was really excited about the turnout. Packed the place out. It was really, it was loud. Folks were cheering. It was a really dope thing. So let's go ahead and introduce have our guests introduce themselves to the Fox Sports Radio audience. So please go ahead, sir, introduce yourself, and make sure your coaches and everybody gets the introduction.
Introduction is.
Oh, make sure you talk on the mic, bro. I gotta hear the word. Gotta hear the word.
Hey, but it's Andre Afro Monkey Yule. Representing Apex MMA / Impact Sports Complex, and I even brought my coach, Miller Miller.
Coach, go ahead. Get your introduction in there, man. It's all good.
Yeah, man. Coach Merrill from Apex. Got a bunch of fighters out of there, but Andre's the one that's shining right now, and he's getting ready to do big things on March 23rd.
There you go. Before you say something, Coach, Afro Man was going to say something on the mic, but Coach, I'm sorry, I'm thinking Afro Man, Afro Monkey, but he was, Coach was like, hold up, they're going on. I say, you know what? I'm allergic to butt kickings.
Yeah.
So whatever he needs to do to be comfortable, because he's closest to me.
Right.
He can just give me an elbow or something,
So, the wildest thing I think the big dynamic about MMA is, so you would like a lot of guys, like in football, you see these guys are big, imposing characters. You know what I mean? Like, you see the guys on the street, you like, hey, I ain't mess with that guy. You
want to challenge?
No.
I'm just saying. It would be good for our social media. We got to get our likes up.
We need I'm not taking that whooping for the likes. You know what I mean? No, I ain't doing that. I seen this brother get out. You haven't,
right?
But and that's the new dynamic. Is like, you'll see a lot of MMA guys. Like in wrestling, there's different weight classes. So a guy may be 125 or whatever, but with folks, when you go out here and you see these guys in street clothes, and you see them out there in the cage, and you see how quick they can embarrass you. How fast they can just whoop you, like real bad. You know what I mean? So it's like one of those things where you almost think like you don't want to bring your girl to the fight at all. You know what I mean? Like you want to hey babe, maybe you should stay home. You know what I mean? Your mom don't want to see that, because you can get. Folks get messed up real bad. So what I want to do talk to us first thing about the fight that just happened recently, and kind of take our audience through what was going on and so forth.
All right, so let me know. Do you want the full background?
Yeah, give me the background. Right. Give me the background.
All right, so basically, earlier that day,
and I'm watching his fight right now.
Yeah.
Oh man,
yeah.
Jesus.
So basically, earlier that day, I'm not even gonna lie, I was basically irritated. Just
I can see. I'm looking at your fight.
Hey, and that was like really.
I did a good job.
All right, I say when he did a good job, he really did a good job.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be one of those. I felt like I should have been main event. Like, I did my dues to get where I needed to do.
Right.
Knock the people that I need to knock out, win the fights that I need to end up winning. And when it comes down where you get debunked from co-main or just a main part of the situation down to being an opener.
So real quick, let's kind of hold on. Let's take our audience real quick. So you're talking about being the main event or the co-main event in terms of placement in the fight.
And placement of the fight, and then getting dropped down to being, hey, you're opening up the door today.
Right.
Well, and that's like a deflation.
Yeah.
And especially when you end up beating the people that are behind you. That's like, so just know that that's the
fuel.
That's the fuel that I end up bringing into the cage. So it was just one of those things. When I got in there, I don't know if you end up seeing the fight, and if you haven't, just know that I hopped over the gate.
I
just saw it. I just saw that.
Show the world that, hey, this is what it is today.
Right.
I'm the main event. Regardless of where you guys place me, I'm making a statement in life right now.
Right.
So when I was up in there, and my opponent points to Gustavo.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you for taking the fight.
Word.
But in this world, in this weight class, it's mine.
It's bread and meat.
Yeah,
now, Coach, talk to us a little bit about that again. Because from a coaching perspective, go ahead, put a mic up. And from a coaching perspective, what was your thought process of the fight and how the fight went?
The fight went great, man. I gave him a game plan, and Coach Tony Gio and I gave him a game plan, and he stuck to it. And he literally executed it to perfection. Every strike that he landed was significant. I mean, he almost finished the guy 3 times before he finally knocked him.
Yes, he did. Yeah, it was good.
And that's Coach leaned over and showed me the video. Is this the whole fight?
No, that was the last.
I was going to say.
That was the remnants.
He wasn't messing around.
That was the remnants. That was the remnants right there. That was the remnants of it.
But literally, the first 4 minutes looked just like that.
Keep it real. I saw it with my own eyes, so I know what was going on. Guaranteed. Now, Coach, talk to us about, again, we're talking to our brother Afro. I'm like, and you're from Moreno Valley, correct?
Yes, sir.
Represent. So I said, that's my first thing I heard. I said, Moreno Valley. I said, hold on, he's from the crib. He's right around the corner. So, Coach, talk to us again. You're an MMA fighter. Give our audience kind of some background about the training that it takes to kind of, because folks think, hey man, I knock my brother around a little bit, I can go out here in the cage and get down. Talk to us about the training that it takes to get in there.
You know, to be an elite fighter, this isn't a hobby.
Right.
You know, it's a lifestyle. And I can honestly say out of all my fighters in the gym, and I got around 20 of them, you know, Andre is definitely the one that puts in all the work.
Right.
The diet, the nutrition, the strength and conditioning, the extra work.
Right.
And, you know, and it's showing. I mean, he's got a good opportunity coming up on March 23rd, and he's going to, you know, go in there and he's going to knock that guy out too.
Guaranteed. Now, one of the things about it is it's funny you mentioned the diet and so forth, and Coach B will tell you that's, you know, my diet comes from, I remember just going through wrestling, and I remember, like, you know, my dad was like, you know, he has no idea what goes on in wrestling.
I'm a heavyweight for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. So he has no idea what goes on. And I mean, he's like, oh boy, we're going to take you to McDonald's. And my coach would tell me, don't eat anything. You're right that way. Don't eat nothing. You know how that stuff is, man. Oh, yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah, so I remember my dad was, oh boy, we're going to go to McDonald's and get you a Big Mac and a Coke. And we'll go over there. I mean, and I would be just from the Big Mac and a Coke, somewhere 6 pounds overweight. And, I mean, you know, I'm in plastics. Talk to everybody about how the discipline it requires to keep your weight where it's at.
Well, you know, my discipline is like sugar and soda.
No, you got to stay away from that, right?
You know, you have to stay away from that. You know, it's like the nutrition on what you have to end up doing to keep your body healthy, be able to have that energy.
Right.
It involves a lot of greens, a lot of vegetables, basically.
Right.
Me, I end up going on like the fruit diet. You know?
Yeah.
So anything to give me that little sugar rush to constantly keep me pushing.
Right.
And that whole cutting weight, so you got to end up staying away from basically McDonald's.
Right.
Yeah.
To be honest, McDonald's is like a treat to me.
Yeah.
Hey,
right.
Coming out there, hey, I'm excited. But the worst part about when you're cutting weight is, like, you know, you got people like my coach over here.
Right.
You know, just end up knowing I'm pointing at my coach.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and see, what folks don't know is that when you have to cut weight, because like you see, like a lot of times in boxing, you say, oh, the guy he barely made weight, you know, he didn't make weight the first day, so he had to go on a certain thing. And when you cut that kind of weight, talk to folks about what it does to you during the fight when you have to cut a lot of weight during the same day.
Let me tell you. Basically, you end up building up a whole new mood swings. I basically call it mood swings.
Yeah.
Just people don't understand of just how irritated quickly you can end up getting.
Yeah.
Or the fact is that everybody that's around you got to pretend that you're not hungry, knowing that you are hungry.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I'll eat In-N-Out, right?
See, like that's right there. It's like people don't understand. Like for me, when it comes like into like the whole fight game, like I never end up getting nervous. Like
Right.
it's kind of funny and people always ask and they don't believe me, but
Right.
in reality, it's not that. I'm never nervous. It's basically about when I'm getting ready to eat when I get done weighing in.
Right.
As soon as I weigh in, it's
You
I'm
wanna
about
get
to
something.
eat this,
Right.
I'm about to eat that, I'm about to
Right.
drink this, and I'm about to drink that.
Right.
And it's always for me, it's Mountain Dews, because like I
Yeah,
said,
that's-
I wasn't lying.
That's my thing. And once again, IE Sportsnet, Fox Sports 1350 with Coach B and Eternal. We have Afro Monkey in studios with us. Now, this is one thing that's interesting. My mother didn't like me fighting when I was a kid. But, you know, when I was a kid, I grew up in a great town. If you ever get there, it's called Compton. It's a place you should vacation. So you said that your mother told you because you kept getting into fights, you should be a fighter.
Basically. And it's funny, too, because that's the one that honestly, like, told me, like, hey, you had a gift, and I didn't end up listening. Because, you know, growing up, I'm light-skinned. I'm like, hey. and this is the funny story, but true. You know, my pops basically jumped me into the whole fighting game because it's like his words and mentality was, you're light-skinned. So I always grew up thinking, I'm light-skinned, I got to fight.
Right.
And since we moved around a lot, it was one of those things that, you know, you're
Always
the new
new
kid,
kid.
and everybody wants to test the new kids, and, you know, you had that one bully, and for some odd reason, that one bully
Always
ended
wanted
up
you.
finding me. Yeah. And it's like in my eyes, my answer was, oh, I'm light-skinned. Like, so everything that came down to it, I ended up always fighting, showing my rights, and then I ended up becoming friends with the bullies. It was just really interesting. And then my mom just like pulled me to the side and said, hey, I think you should fight.
Right.
And I'm like, all right, you know, I'm like, Mom, no, I got it. Like, you know, I'm cute. I'm good. My mindset is let me go ahead and do track, football, and all that other stuff. I'm cute. I got to keep my face. And then next you know it, I kind of came out and I ended up, I promise you, I was in Vegas. I was getting ready just to turn 21. I ended up seeing Roy Jones Jr. walk by. And if anybody don't know, that's like literally my favorite boxer.
Yeah, Roy
in the
Jones.
game. Roy Jones.
Uh-huh.
I seen him walk by, and I said, I want to be like that.
Yeah,
It was
right,
just
right.
like that. And even though I've been knowing him, but it was just factors in me knowing and being starstruck and somebody that's right in front of me.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to have to go fight. So I went to boxing first.
Yeah.
Not knowing that I had a background with wrestling, taekwondo, and everything else. Like, like the whole boxing and everything was molded. So I was actually building myself to be an MMA fighter.
Indeed.
But didn't want to take that step. And then when it kind of came down, I met, my coaches.
Yeah.
And especially Coach Merle ended up, Tony Gio, everybody ended up like molding me to the point of, let me make that step. And that's what ended up happening. So now you got your boy up in the cage doing work.
There you go.
Good
there
stuff.
you go.
Now, real quick, Coach, because I want to make sure we highlight this, and I want to make sure you highlight that fight as well. But talk to us, 'cause you mentioned here, you're a family guy, gym owner. How are you able to balance when you have all these fighters like that? How are you able to put the balance in and keep everything rolling?
I'll be honest with you, man. I found my unicorn. I mean,
right.
My wife is my best friend. She holds stuff down at home when I can't be there, and I hold stuff when she can't be there.
Right, right.
And plus, I got a good team,
Right.
Ralph Acosta, he's my partner at the gym. He's the spider monkey, I got the spider monkey and the afro monkey.
Right.
And with the team that I've actually surrounded myself with, we're able to produce monsters like this guy here.
Right, right. And how is it when you have a gentleman like this here, especially at a gym where you have other people trying to get to the next level, and then you have somebody you can say, hey, look, here's a guy that's doing it the right way. How does that help you out?
It makes my job easy.
Right. Right.
Because when you have someone that's, starting to reach their dream and finally reach their potential, when you have someone coming in that's not quite sure if, where they stand, if they're getting bullied or, whatever. If they're down on themselves. They can look at someone that's, grew up in Moreno Valley, grew up in not the best parts of neighborhoods.
Right.
And he's doing what he's got to do to be successful.
Right.
To me, it's not where you come from; it's where you're going. So
that's true. And if anyone does want to get down with Team Apex MMA, where are you guys at? Where's how can they get involved with you all?
We have one location in Riverside, California, in the Orange Crest area. Then we have another location that we're getting ready to open up, hopefully in the next month or so.
Fantastic.
Right here in San Bernardino. And it's going to be a huge complex. We're going to have everything from MMA to batting cages to hopefully ballet and dance for little girls or little boys that want to dance.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, if you want to do ballet, E.
Hey, keep it up, man. Keep it up.
Hey, it worked for Lynn Swan,
no,
man.
It was Willie Gold, actually. Willie Gold. Willie Gold. I do remember
Lynn Swan did do ballet, too.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
it was
that.
the entire Rams football team
Right.
in the 80s, too.
Right? Yeah, right. I remember that back in the year.
In my eyes, ballet is art. I'm just saying.
There you go.
Guaranteed.
Hey,
we ain't front on nobody.
I just saw your fight, so whatever you say is golden to me, man.
So let's talk about this. So let's talk about, again, we have Afro Monkey live in the house. Let's talk about this next thing you got coming up, and then where it's at, what's going down. Give our folks the background.
Well, next fight's going to be on March 23rd, and it's going to be at Morongo Casino, and my opponent is Trent Bowe.
It's going to be with LFA.
It's going to be with LFA? Okay.
Which is going to be the live part. And on top of that, Cole may have been in that piece. Just
I heard that, yeah.
I'm working my way up.
Guaranteed.
And like I said, it's going to make it a show. So if y'all able to come out, definitely hit me up, on my gram and or everything that you could possibly can and make that out.
Where's the fight at again?
It's at Morongo. And don't forget, if you guys want to buy tickets, if you go to the LFA website to buy tickets, just click on Andre so everyone knows that you're out there to support him.
Guaranteed.
We're going to have to get out to that.
Yeah, we'll have to get out to that. And like I said, we'll make sure that when you send us that information, we'll make sure we get that up on our website as well so we can share that, man.
Awesome. Absolutely. Yeah, I definitely want to get out.
Guarantee. Oh, yeah, man. Like I said, it was a great show. Great performance. That's why I said, excuse me.
I've got another killer on that show, too.
Okay.
It's a guy named Irvin Zayala. His nickname is Conan. I literally just had to have surgery on my face in December because he broke it.
Oh, wow.
He's a heavyweight.
Wow.
The kid is a killer. He's making his pro debut. So, if anyone wants to come out and see great fights that night, Apex is definitely going to come out and represent. We have two of my best going in there, and, we're going to leave 2-0.
And where's he from? What city is he from?
Irvin is from Riverside.
There you go. Eternal was born and raised in Riverside. He went to Ramona, so you caught him at Riverside. So we got to get
to Ramona too.
Oh, is that right, Sue?
Oh yeah.
He
went to Ramona.
I
went to Ramona. Then I got kicked out.
Right.
Then I ended up at Arlington.
Okay, so he made his round.
But one thing that's funny, Coach, when you talk about him breaking your jaw, I remember watching the story of Mike Tyson, and they said when Mike Tyson was 13, it was a professional fighter when he first learned how to spar.
Yeah.
And the guy was like in his 40s. He said, every time he hit me, he hurt me.
Yeah.
And this was a 13-year-old Mike Tyson. So, I mean, that's saying a lot.
Well, you've seen the young Mike video. I mean, the young Mike video.
Yeah.
Jesus.
When Cuss was still alive?
Oh,
man.
I was just like.
I almost wish it was my job.
God. Yeah, that's when you have to have almost reconstructive right there.
Yeah,
but
that's
again,
why I didn't get involved with those contact sports.
Exactly. That's why I said, man, shit, I'm cold. But again, thank you so much. Congratulations on the win. And like I said, man, much success to you guys. Apex, you guys keep doing, and then, Coach, let the folks know, again, how they can get in. If they want, there's a kid out there, young lady, a young man wants to go out here and get his MMA body on. Well, how can they get in contact with you?
Just hit us up on Facebook, or you can call us at 951-734-APEX. And, we offer a week free trial, so you can come in and try all of our classes for free, see what fits for you.
And then do you have the social media? Do you have all the Instagram and all that stuff?
Yeah, we have an Instagram, and we have a Facebook. It's a long Instagram.
Yeah, it is. But you know what? We'll post it.
Okay.
We'll get the link out, and we'll make sure we get a picture with my man and everything.
We got to get the Afro Monkey social media. I know you got, you got to get your followers, man. Got to get your likes up.
So, hey, definitely end up following me. My Instagram is Day42. And note, it is 2 I's instead of a Y.
There it is.
Make sure you guys get that and hit me up.
There it is, right.
And then,
there,
before we go, one thing that another thing you talked about your mother, but this is something I want to talk about. So you saying not being your son's life is what got you into fighting?
Basically, right now I'm doing the whole battle of the court situation of just trying to be involved in my son's life. It's been an ongoing situation for basically about 4 years as of right now. And I haven't been in his life since like 2013. And and basically I'm doing everything I can to get into that situation in a better situation. So it actually nudged me by pushing me forward into the whole fighting.
I heard that.
Because, like when I'm just sitting in court and the whole thing, and you kind of see that the way they look at you and you're nothing.
Yeah.
I didn't like that feeling. So right now I'm making myself to be something.
Right.
And in reality, taking something from nothing to making something is basically life that we live in.
What's your baby boy's name?
My baby boy's name is Eli Edward Ewell.
There you go. And I like it, man, because there are black dads out there that are involved. My dad plays hide and go seek. I haven't seen him for about 35 years.
He always,
so one day he said, "Brian, let's play hide and go seek." And I he is good at it. If there was a championship, he would be the best.
Oh, man. They say, well, don't make you laugh, make you cry.
Right. Exactly. Hey, you got to get stronger. You got to get stronger. Like I told Turner, it was a joke. What did LeBron James and my dad have involved?
Oh my!
I have it similar.
Oh my!
I haven't seen them both since his hairline since 2003.
That boy crazy. But man, we thank you so much, man, for coming in. Great story. And just to confirm, your father's Gus, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So big up to Gus. I mean, I've known this brother for a long time.
Okay.
And it was crazy.
He spoke on it.
Yeah, guaranteed, man.
Did you know that was his son when you went?
No.
Isn't that crazy?
I didn't know that because when I saw him. Just the kind of backstory, when I saw Gus, he was like the guy. I think I was like, hey, I can approach him because I saw him hanging around. I was like, well, I can approach Gus. I know him. You know what I mean?
Right.
And one thing about it, I know Gus back when they from football.
From the side?
No, yeah, from Riverside. And I want to say he was coaching on the football. I don't know if you were on that.
I was on that team.
I'm more like you on that team.
Isn't that crazy?
It was the Rupert Steelers, right?
Yep.
Yeah, guaranteed.
That's crazy.
So the young lady I was dating at the time, her son was playing. And I remember Gus as a coach. He was always like trying to big little man up, get him. I was like, man, I like this. And he was intense coach. Wasn't going like no nonsense. Like I said, so he was always a good guy. Straight to my song was always love. So
that's good, man. I mean, that's a great lineage. Because you think about Eddie Senior, he's the same way. He was all up on you.
Yeah, oh man, coach's son. So I don't even want to. Coach's son being like a nightmare. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my son feels the same way. Brian the second, man.
Son, but you get stronger out of that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So that's what it is, man. So again. Thank you.
Truly appreciate it.
Big shout out to Apex, man. You guys keep doing your thing, and like I said, man, thank you guys for coming this morning.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. We got to get out to that fight. I definitely and like we said, we got to get the Riverside guy in here.
Yeah,
and he went to Ramona.
Respect right here, man. That's all good. Guaranteed. So and then again, when is that? What's the date on that again?
March 23rd.
March 23rd is going down at Morongo. That gives me another reason to go to Morongo. Look, Morongo is one of my spots, man. So I like going to Morongo.
There you go. Let's get it in, man. I'm excited. So you want to take a quick commercial break?
Let's do it.
Let's go ahead and do that. You're listening to IE Sportsnet connected by Boost Mobile with Coach B.
Andy Turner. When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here. Live on Fox Sports 1350.
You're listening to IESportsnet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states. Attention Xarelto and Protexxa users. If you or a loved one has taken the blood-thinning drugs Xarelto or Protexxa and suffered an injury or even died, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now. Xarelto and Protexxa have been linked to internal bleeding, strokes, and pulmonary embolisms. If you or a loved one has taken these blood-thinning drugs and have been hospitalized for internal bleeding, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Don't be a silent victim. Time is limited to file your claim. Call now for free information and a free consultation. Lines are open 24/7. Call 800-282-8605. That's 800-282-8605. 800-282-8605. You could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now.
All right, guys, we're ready for our four-season sunroom, and Daddy's gonna get a rec room with refreshments.
Oh no, we'll be sleeping under the stars.
Mom, what about the one with, the fun?
Nice try, little bro. It's a gym. My gym.
Hey, Grandma's getting her Four Seasons garden room. Weather tight and still like being outdoors. Maybe a living room. Oh no, wait, a family hub.
Yeah! No matter what the budget, the season, or the climate, Four Seasons sunrooms let you and your family enjoy the outdoors inside. Call now to hear more about these great offers from the premier manufacturer of sunrooms since 1975.
More reasons for Four Seasons now.
To find out more, call toll-free 800-973-5533. That's 800-973-5533. Call 800-973-5533 today.
Score Sports has been a loyal partner in the sports industry for over 40 years. Founded in 1975, Score Sports has always been a family-owned and operated business located in the heart of Southern California. They offer a full line of youth and adult soccer uniforms, accessories, and field equipment, youth and adult basketball uniforms and accessories and equipment. Score Sports can outfit your coaches and league referees as well, and much more. Their dedication and attention to detail has transformed Score Sports into one of the leading sport uniform manufacturers in the United States. Visit their spacious warehouse at 726 East Anaheim Street in Wilmington, or call them today at 800-626-7774. That's 800-626-7774. Or visit them on the web at scoresports.com. That's scoresports.com, at facebook.com/scoresports, or on Twitter and Instagram with the handle ScoreSports. That's ScoreSports.
Yo, what up? This is Sendog from Cypress Hill. You're listening to me on IE Sportsnet all day long, all day strong, you heard?
Yes, we are back in the great city of Riverside at the iHeartRadio studios. It's IE Sportsnet connected by Boost Mobile on Fox Sports 1350. I am your host, Eternal.
And I am the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here. And G Holla plays It Never Rains in Southern California. And I'm showing him the video with John Stossel when he gets the crap slapped out of him. So that's what we should do with some of the MMA guys. Yeah. He didn't slap him once. He slapped him twice.
He slapped him twice. And the second time when he called him, he was like, and he found, oh boy, finally got the hint and walked out of there. Like, hey, what are you doing? Stand in front of us like a big old, anyway.
And the thing about professional wrestlers are some of the best athletes out there because there is no off season.
Yeah, because you got, and that's what they're talking about with Ronda Rousey. Well, no, they're talking about with Grunk. Grunk ultimately wants to go there, and the guy was one of the ladies was
Gronkowski.
Yeah, he wants to be a wrestler. They're saying.
Really? Is he done with football?
Well, he's saying he takes a lot of injury. They were showing some of the hits he took. Man, that boy's got smacked. Even though he's a big guy, they smacked that boy.
But the funny thing is, it's kind of like that Shaq thing. Right. They're so big. Right. How do you referee them?
And that's what they're saying. Like, they're like, hey, because if you have to try to hit him like crazy because he's so big.
Right. But even that goes more so now. Remember, they've changed the rules. They've killed the headshot. So now you're taking out people's knees.
So yeah, and they showed a couple shots where he got some devastating knee shots. I mean,
yeah,
my goodness.
Yeah.
So he's like, hey, I'd rather wrestle, but then they were telling, they're like, man, like this is year round. You got to get out all the time. So
right.
So it ain't no joke. It's not like you're taking a day off. But anyway, big shout out to our guest today, Coach Anthony. Cali League basketball going down today at Temescal Canyon High School. He got buckets. My man said, what, over 80 teams today?
Yes, sir. He's getting out there. And, I called in sick today, so I won't be out there today. But I'll be out there tomorrow.
Yes, you will.
Yeah. I'm sure I'll be the only one out there. You know what? I thought about that. March 23rd can't do. That's going to be honors.
Oh, yeah.
So we will be at the
honors.
Inland Valley Sports Hall of Fame honors. G. Holler wants to put the crickets. Like I said, I'm pretty excited about that.
Guarantee.
We are talking to Mayor Aquanetta Warren. We're trying to get her to be the keynote speaker.
Janice Rutherford.
Yes, we want her to give certificates to every single kid because these are only San Bernardino County
kids. Guaranteed. So it's a very big deal. Doing some stuff with some other businesses that we'll name at a later date that hopefully we'll be participating as well. So
absolutely. So, were you ready to get up out of here?
Let's do this, man.
Let's do this. You'll be at Cali Elite.
Cali Elite. I'll be at Cali Elite today, and I want to make sure we give a big shout out. First thing, shout out to Riverside Notre Dame for that huge victory over Bishop Vermont. Smashed them, LA.
You feel good saying that?
I do.
Okay.
Riverside Notre Dame?
No, because you're from Ramona.
I mean, what?
You feel good about it?
It says Riverside, right?
Okay. All right. I'm just making sure. Actually, it's just Notre Dame, but it's all good.
Shout out to DePauli and everybody else, man. It's going down.
Thank you for listening to IE Sportsnet connected by Boost Mobile with Coach B.
And Eternal, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here live on Fox Sports 1350. We out here.
You are tuned into the new home for IE Sportsnet every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. with Coach B.
And Eternal, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here.
On Fox Sports Radio 1350 a.m. IE Sportsnet every Saturday morning, 8 a.m.